Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to GarageBand Weekly here on Studio Live. Today, in this episode, we'll be playing some metal because you have spoken. Yeah, the community has spoken and you have voted on metal. If you did not vote, it's too late, but guess what? We'll be voting on the next genre at the end of this show. So go ahead and hang on around and check that one out. But yeah, if you're wondering how this all came about, if you go over to the YouTube channel, I'll show you where to go here. If you're on the Studio Live Today YouTube channel, you go to the community tab and you'll see here that we had a vote, we had a poll, and by a fairly significant margin, by almost double the next one down, which was reggae, we have metal. So we had 5 different choices there. Metal beat out reggae, folk, industrial, and polka. I was kind of looking forward to doing a polka, not quite, just quietly. I think that could have been kind of fun. We are going to crack into some metal in a moment. I've got a couple of ideas down, and we'll, of course, jump into GarageBand and play around with that. If you're new to GarageBand and you're wondering what this is all about, what I would suggest you do is jump on over to the GarageBand FAQ. All you need to do is go to studiolivetoday.com/GarageBand, and the link is pinned right there in the chat here now. And check out the FAQ. You've got a whole bunch of free playlists of videos here for starting out. I recommend this one, the GarageBand iOS Essentials. That'll take you into a video playlist of 40 of my absolute essential GarageBand tutorials. Work through those and you'll be a GarageBand guru in no time. We've also got a heap of FAQs, some questions and answers there as well. There you go. Thank you, Thomas Christ, for that one. Hello, folks who are here live. Thomas Christ, got Deep Gravity. Hello, Mark Bro, who's a few minutes away. Jade Star, hello to you. Hello, Omni Collective Creativity. I hope you are doing well. And Beats by Rome, thank you all for dropping on by. And we're going to do something outside of my comfort zone here today. And we're also going to, I know Jade did a show on the, is it Riffer or Riffler? I don't know. There's a cool app that kind of creates riffs for you, which is cool. But we're going so old school here today. Show you how old school we're going. I found my old DS1. This is the classic Boss DS1 that gives you some nice distorted sounds, and that's what we're playing around with now. It's a bit finicky, so now it's not working. Is it Riffler? There it is. Yeah, you can tell. You can tell that it's 30 years old. It's a little bit delicate. It's been stomped on. It's been stomped on that many times that now when I stomp on it, it kind of goes. So yes, I know. Before you tell me, I need to open it up and clean it out and do all the bits and pieces. Let's jump on over. Hello, Tommy Jack, by the way. Hope you are doing well. And hello to Jido Van Villette. Polka would have been amazing. I know. Well, look, maybe we'll put polka on the next choice list. We'll see how we go. Hello to Josh as well. So here is my iPad. Now, I have cheated a little bit that I've been playing around with some ideas because what I did, I wanted to see, does GarageBand have any help for metal? And I kind of already knew the answer would be no, but I wanted to try it anyway. So what I did is I went into the loops here in GarageBand and I just typed in metal and I searched for that. And not surprisingly, there is nothing here that is actually metal. So there's things like weird ass effects that have metal involved in them. So there wasn't anything really metal, but I did find something. I found this little sound. Whoop, come off mic there. I found this sound here, which is the, what is it? The deep down metallic bang. And I thought, let's just see if we can create something around that rhythm. So all I've done so far is I've thrown that in here. I then started just sort of singing over the top of it, very embarrassingly, but that's what we're here for. So let's listen to some of the things I was doing. And then started that. Then played around with a few sort of guitar riffs and licks here to see if I could find something. So that's what we're going to build out on here today. So I've got some ideas. I've got a few little bits and pieces that we're going to play with and try and build a song out. But I just thought, yeah, just using this as our original. We'll mute out these other two. We'll leave them there in case we need inspiration and ideas later. But I just wanted to have something to build something around, because I wanted to start this out with bass in honor of our friend Gary Hubbs. And I'm hoping that... Oh, is that not... why is that not coming through? Because it's muted. That is why. There we go. We'll duplicate that out. I do love the sound of like that background noise of feedback. I've kind of missed that. Right, how good is feedback? So what I thought we'd start with is just riffing in some of these. Is riffing in with this. So we'll just get rid of that. And we'll just try a few different bass riffs and see what we can find here that's going to be a little bit metallic. So let's hit the record button and see what we got. So I think we need something along those kind of lines to start with. So I'm just going to undo that, and what I'll do is we'll bring this in from the start. And of course we're in drop D because that's where we need to be with metal. So we'll try this. One, two. There's a couple of little ideas there. And yeah, the bass tone is literally just going through the clean combo amp here, as well as having the DS1 Boss distortion pedal over the top. There were some sort of guitar riff ideas that I had here, so I want to just see if I can just listen to a couple of these and see what's going to work with this. Because again, this is outside of my comfort zone, but a little bit of experimentation to start here will kind of help us out. So let's find... Yeah, so I think I think that's the kind of sound that we're going to go for here. So we'll come back to our guitar, our bass here. We'll bring our drum loop back in, and we'll try this one again, just to give us something to start with. So here's our tone. So there's a basic kind of bass riff. Let's try the a variation on that one by coming in here and just recording another little idea, which is going to be more of a up to the fifth and then the third. so there's a little idea there. We will take off the distortion there, and we'll grab our guitar in just a jiffy. Oh, that jiffy being now. But building out a track like this, the beauty is that when you get your bass right at the start, especially if you're using the auto drummer to kind of write in something, we can now throw a drummer track on here and get it to follow this bass track. And this can work well, because even though we've used this, we may not want this this sound as our final sound in the mix. We may actually want a drummer to do this. So let's hit the plus button. Oh, we're going to have to try Anders, aren't we? He's the closest thing that we have to metal here. So if we come in here and we choose our acoustic drummer, Anders is going to have to get the job. Oh, hang on, we're in drums. We're in drums, not drummer. Maybe I could play in my own drums, but maybe not today. We don't want drums. We want the drummer. And we'll grab acoustic drummer, and we'll send Kyle on his way, and we'll bring Anders into the mix here. And what we can do first up is I just want to line these up, because we're going to have our intro part there. It's actually not too bad out of the box, is it? That's pretty weird that Anders almost works straight up. But we'll still play around a little bit here. So we're just going to build this in. And the reason that I use a drummer track early on is I don't like the metronome. Like, I don't know about you, but I think the metronome kind of just kills my buzz, especially if I'm doing something very organic or very kind of, not acoustic, but with real instruments. It kind of just harshes my mellow, man. So what does it sound like with just Anders here? We'll just copy Anders, and we'll paste out that standard stock Anders. Don't worry, we won't leave Anders stock. We'll play around with him. But we'll just bring this out for this first section, and we'll see what this sounds like with our man Anders. So it's not bad, but it's not quite in the pocket. So let's see if the magic of our drummer follow, if we tap on this one and go to the edit button, the magic of our drummer follow option for our kick and snare can actually help. If we follow the bass, which one was the bass? I think it was the second one. I'll have to rename it. So if we follow the bass, is this going to come in here as well? Yeah, by the way, hello. Yeah, if anyone wants any lyrics, absolutely. I can throw in some lyrics too. So we'll, if you've got any ideas for things that we should actually sing about, let me know. We can do a bit of a word salad, word soup thing, and just riff on some lyrics later, because that's what it's all about. But yeah, this is kind of when I'm writing a more rockin' song, I'll usually have the guitar riff going on, or a bass riff, and then let my drummer follow that bass. So let's see how well GarageBand has done with this. That's better, isn't it? That's in the pocket. All right, I think we started this one a little bit too late, so we'll just bring that back there, because this is sort of our second idea here. So we'll move that back to there, and then we will copy and paste this out, and we'll make sure that the follow is still on, and we'll see if it follows our new riff in the second part. So come on back, and play this part here. Yeah, cool. And then when it goes into that section there, which we haven't really defined yet, we can change up the drums here. So that's kind of a very basic kind of drum sound for that part there. And then we'll let Anders go a bit nuts, because we've already got an hour here, so we're not going to create kind of a whole 10-minute prog rock epic. But I reckon we'll bring Anders up onto maybe the ride cymbals for this one. Let's see what we got. Yeah, there you go. That's pretty chunky. All right, we'll build out from that one. So we've got our bass, we've got our drums. Let's rename these just so that we know which one is which. So we'll rename this tool capital B, bass, B-A-S-S. Did I call it Cass? All right, it's C bass. And Anders will call our drums, or rename Anders to drums. D-R-U-M-S. They've got to be in all caps because it's metal. Oh, look at that. Drums. It's a little bit doomy, isn't it? Yeah, right. I know. Pete, metal, what? Yeah, nice. All right, let's get to the guitar going on here. Drop me cable. And now I'm running over my cable. So we'll go with a similar sort of tone for our guitar that we were having before, but maybe we'll just vary it up a little bit here. So let's grab a new track. And grab the amplifier. But if we see, the cool thing about GarageBand is because even though I'm using a Boss DS1, if I just go with a slightly different one, so if instead of that one I go with more the rich harmonics using more of an orange style amp, the GarageBand colorful orangish one. Yeah, do you like my naming convention? I know, ridiculousness. All right, let's kick on the distortion and come in here, go to our input number deuce. And go to our monitoring and turn it on. So that's the tone that I want to go with here. Apologies for the feedback, but not really, because feedback is awesome. So that's the riff that starts from here. So let's just see if we can come in here and play along to this and give it a go. So I think we need a bit of a combination of rhythm and lead in here. So let's just try that again. So I will... I think we need to go up, because the bass goes down. We need to go up with the guitar. All right, yep, so we need to do a little lead riffy bit there and then go back to it. I think I've got an out of tune string here because that's not quite sounding right. That's better. All right, let's try this riff again. Try that again. Because we're going to get it down and tighten the pocket. Oh, it's fun here. It's fun. Let's see. Let's see what we got going on. I need some coffee because all metalheads drink coffee. And I realise I've got Mark's comment there for the last half an hour, but that's all right. Let's bring down together all the things that we're going with and try and find something that sort of locks in here. Let's just take a listen to the kind of tone we're going with. Yeah, so I think there we can go. Try the black amp, more but a little less twang. Good idea. Let's switch out our amp. We'll go to the black face because that is a little bit more metal, isn't it? Oh, that's the Marshall. I didn't want that. Ooh, what's the one? That's, I can't even find it now. Well, that gives us some epic. That gives us some cool feedback. Let's see if we can work some feedback into this. We'll add another track here. We'll duplicate it out. Oh man, this is interesting. This is like what it would be if one of the beat makers that makes fire beats tried to make a folk song. Go the modern metal, you reckon? All right, let's change it up. Did I have it before? The problem is if I go with, so there's a lot of the metal ones there, the modern metal, but that will have like double distortion. Well, what I'll do is use that and I'll take off the drive and I'll use my, because I've already got my DS1. So maybe if I use that, there you go. That's the one we wanted. That is the one that we need. Let's take a listen to that one because we don't want the twang. Oh, we changed it on the wrong guitar, didn't we? All right, we'll take that one back, and we'll change this one up to the bottom middle. Distorted. Modern metal. If we take those off, I was wondering why it was seeming to be affecting the wrong sound. All right, so now let's see what we've got here with this. All right, I think that's more like what we want, but I think I need to use both my pickups there. Oh yeah, need some palm muting. Yeah, no, it's not quite right, is it? I think we're going to obsess over tone. Is that a metal thing to obsess over tone? Probably. I'm just going to go back to the Marshall here. No, we definitely need more bass than that, don't we? You definitely need some palm muting going on here as well. All right, let's just see what we've got with this. We need some like chuggers and some palm muting and stuff going on. All right, so I'm going to delete out this one. And I'm going to try this again. So Maybe we go with a little palm muting action here for the other part. There's definitely some ideas in here, isn't there? There's some ideas, but it's not flowing exactly the way. Because I mean, look, it's been 25 years since I've written any hard rock. So I reckon in this break, this is where we need another lead part going over the top of this one. So I'm just going to duplicate that. We can change the tone up afterwards, but I need to put that one on. So just as it comes in here, I think this is where we need to. Alright, I do need some squeals, don't I? Like, needs a lot of feedback going on. Let's just play some lead along with this and see what we get to. We just need it to copy the bass going through that part, so we need it to just drop it down. You know what? It's just it's fun. It's entertainment. All right. So what's this song about? So my original vocal ideas. Let's go back to those, which were not exactly great, but this one's here. So I think further down I had some better ideas. So it probably won't match what we've now done. What if I die before we change your minds? Yeah, there you go. I reckon that's what's going to work for this. Let's put the guitar to the side for a moment and grab the mic and try something along those lines. Like, what if we die? I don't know where the words came from, but if you've got any ideas as we go through this, you can throw it out here. So what we might do is get rid of this original part. This one here. And we'll turn off the monitoring. So I'm gonna cough so much, dude. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just go straight into what I think the hook's going to be, which is just going to be like, what if we die? And then I think just like try some metal growls through the bridge, a little versey part there. We're gonna flip this on its head, go around there. It doesn't rock unless you cough. That's what I've heard. All right. Okay, so let's just have a little lead in here. Coffee for strength. This is where you need a beer, like a 10 a.m. beer. I just spilled coffee on my keyboard. Luckily, it's the cheapest bit of kit on this desk, so that's fine. So let's just let's find the note that we need here. We're good. So let's get some rock vocals going on here. We'll add an audio recorder voice. We'll go with turn the monitor on. All right. We need some drive, definitely. A little bit less that compression. Give the tone a little bit more meat. All right, we're good. I told my wife, if you hear screaming coming from the studio, I'm okay. I'm just trying to do metal, and I'm an old man, so. All right, I need to get rid of that lead part there because that's not supposed to come in here. So I'm just going to go. What if I die? What if we die? Okay, let's try this. And turn off that mic and just go to this one. Turn it down a bit so we don't startle any local dogs. What if we die? What if we die? What if we die? Die before we change your minds. What if we die before we change your minds. Oh yeah. What if we die? Ooh yeah. Yeah, Jay's like, what? Don't hurt yourself. Oh. That mic. Jay's like, don't hurt yourself. I'm like, yeah, no. I know I haven't had this. I have to go back and watch Jade's safe growling lesson. See, I think I'm clipping my vocal there because I've got my vocals for soft spoken Pete folk sounds. So I think we might need to redo that. What if we die? What if we die before we change your minds. What if we die before we change your minds. You know what we need to do? We probably need to change these parts around because this part should be like the lead in, and then that part should be the other part. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying here? Let's try it. Let's just split all these out and move that to the start of this. So this should be where the song kind of starts. Before I touch the sky, before I die, what if we die? Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. So that's going to be like the lead-in part. And then this, if we just trim that off, I reckon this can be where things start. This is the fun part of, like, seriously, you couldn't really do this back in the tape days, could you? Because short of getting out the razor blades, and I mean not for other reasons, but for splitting tape, you couldn't really just do this and go, what if we just flew this over to here and started with the bit that we did last and then moved to the bit that we did first? Like... Oh yeah. What if we die? Well, I'm gonna get the rasping going. What if we die? Okay, I think we're good. I'm just going to delete out those because those were pretty pitiful vocal takes, and I need to do the trim down here. I'm going to drop my input gain down on my audio interface. So I'm using the Steinberg UR22C because, of course, I am. I hated mixing. Yeah, I know. 4-track was rough because once you were locked in, weren't you? There was no going back if you locked into the way you were doing it. Hello to folks who've joined us, by the way. I had a Porter 1. Oh, the old Porter 1. Yeah, I had the upgraded. I had the Tascam 424 Mark II. Hello, Dizzy. Thanks for being here. Yeah, bass player 10. Thanks for being. Psycho 7. Mix Club. Hey, Rhett. Hey, Gregory O'Sullivan. Hey, Still Illa. Just got in. Seems I missed it. Yeah, you missed me. Playing some metal. All right. Let's just see if we can do some vocals here. I need a little bit more of a rough tone on these vocals, but we'll play around with that afterwards to try and get that. Any suggestions you have on that? Let me know. All right. Oh yeah. Ready to rock. Get it down. Get it down. What if we die before we change our minds? We wanna touch the sky before we change our minds. And then it stops as abruptly as it started. I think there's half a song there, right? Like there's a little bit of an idea there. Probably need a little bit of a better start. Like we need to, I reckon some chuggers. So we need another guitar that kind of kicks in before this and sort of chuggers a bit. So like this bit here. Like, could be hard to time, couldn't it? So let's just let's make Anders just do some more crank in here. We just need Anders to give us a little four count in, don't we? Just 4 counts on a hi-hat or something, just so that we can try and time something up here. What will next week's genre be? Start getting your thinking caps on, folks, because we've got another genre to do next week. So we'll just change this. We'll edit that down to Anders. Just so this is a cool thing. You have more control over these drummers than you have over any real life drummer. So just turn the fills off. Say go simple and loud and just on your hi-hat. And Anders like, what if I put no, Anders, just on the hi-hat. Oh yeah. Ready to rock. You know what we need to do? We need to change Anders up at that point because that's where it kind of kicks into the different tone. So we'll bring him down onto the hi-hat after that, but that bit. Something like that. Something along those. Once you go to the dark side, there's no going back, says... oh, did I just hide that comment? I didn't. Did I just ban you, Jerry Gomes? Did I do something weird to Jerry Gomes? I just pressed a button and Jerry Gomes went away. No, there he is. Don't worry. Oh, yeah. All the earbud mics would work. You know what would work really well is my really crappy Bluetooth mics on my AirPods. They would probably sound super distorted. Hello, Dom Taragrosa. What am I doing here, mate? I'm too old for this. I'm too old for this shit. All right, let's we'll come back over to here. And we'll play around with what we've got going on here. So yeah, I reckon we need another guitar because we've got at the moment. Let's just break it down because we're keeping things simple here. So we've got Anders and we've got our bass, which is spelt C bass for some reason. And then we've got this one here, which is doing some sort of palm muted goodness. I lost control of my mouse there for just a minute. Down here. So you know what I think we need? I think we need one of these guitars. Let's do some guitar panning goodness here, just to get a little bit of niceness going on here. And then we need one guitar just doing some real rhythm stuff down the middle. So I reckon we can try and get some cool feedback coming in here at the start here, and then just rock it down the middle there. So let's just we'll duplicate out this track. Now there was one of these that was giving me some epic feedback, so I'm just going to need to play around with this for a moment. Got my guitar plugged in. And it's got the distortion pedal on, so if we just turn the monitor on. Alright, we need a lot more. So turn the noise gate off for starters. We want all that noise, and let's just find an amp that's going to give us some more. We'll go with the orange amp and see if we can get a little bit more noise here. Because I like the idea of having some old school noise coming in here. Alright. Alright, so we're going to go very simple with this one. I kind of like the idea of having that noise in there, so let's try that one again. And we're just going to get the timing right. All right, we'll try that one more time with feeling. I really do need to just keep it simple with the chunks. Right. I've missed playing around with real gear, I'm telling you. Yeah, there's something about just having like a pedal and kicking it on that just makes you feel good. All right, so let's just see if we can fade this in from here. We'll need a little bit of automation on this sucker, but we need to get the volume right first. Oh, that's a bit nasty, right? I kind of like that. So what do we need to do? This second guitar kind of loses itself in the middle there, doesn't it? We need to get that back on there. So what was this? So this is doing its thing. That's our left and our right. So we need something to go in here. So let's turn it back over to here. Get that distortion back on. So we need like something like a... like something simple like that, just to go through here, like a... Maybe not. Yeah, maybe something like that. Let's just give that a go. Yeah, harmonize the lead to make it more metal. That's exactly what I need to do. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking along that. So this is why I need metal people around here. So. Yeah, we need. Yeah. Okay. So the more metal sounds. Let's just play along with that and see if we can get. Do we go the third or the fifth? I kind of like the fifth that we were trying there. Just like the... Yeah, let's try that. All right, try this on for size. All right, I think we're ballpark. All right, let's turn that off. So, what do we reckon? Does our original riff come back in here at any point? Let's see if we can blend all this stuff back in together. I still don't have my vocals completely done, do I? We'll just use the vocals that I've got in there for the time being. So at this stage, we open with a little bit of this. Oh yeah. Ready to rock. What if we die before we change your mind? We wanna touch touch the sky, 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 before we change your mind, mind, mind. Yeah, we'd need the bass to kind of go along there as well, which it doesn't really do, does it? It kind of goes into oblivion at the end. Yep. Yeah, fifth sounds a bit more natural with the harmonies that we did before. Yeah, look, for my first crack at doing some metal in what, a couple of decades, yeah, I'm not unimpressed with it. And obviously, with zero practice and zero preparation, it's the actual vocals. I think I'm not a metal vocalist, so that was kind of a bit tricky to do. Let's see. So if we bring back in this original beat here, you know what we could do? We could just use that as the intro, couldn't we? That would actually be kind of cool. So it just goes in for like 2 bars just before this, like chung 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 chung, and then brings it on in. So let's just split this sucker out. If we just delete it from the front and the back there, you could put like just bring this up and put some like bitch and effects on it if we had more time. But let's just like put some reverb, some echo there. Yeah, we need to get we need it to be like reverberating all over the place, don't we? Just going nuts with that. All right, let's do a quick faders down mix here and do a little bit of automation just for a final thing. Don't have the time to play around with the tone a whole lot, so apologies if you're listening to that and going, oh, that guitar tone needs to be that and that and that. Yeah, it probably does. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave these coming in here, but we're going to automate these up, which actually I'll do that last once we've got all of our sounds at the right levels. So we'll bring in our drum and bass to start with, and we'll get these levels right. What have I got? Why is it only playing one? What have I done here? Sometimes when you do this, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to save. I have not saved that entire time. That could have been disastrous. Why is it still soloing this when I don't have it soloed? What have I done here? Whoa. Did I not pray to the GarageBand gods hard enough? Oh, because I've got everything down in volume. Oh my God, I was almost the biggest idiot in the world. No, I actually was the biggest idiot in the world. All right, let's bring these all back up, shall we? All right. So there's our drums and our bass kicking in there nice. Touch the sky. Let's just put these vocals through a really quick vocal preset here. Just put we'll leave it on that. Just to give it like some, get rid of the enhanced tuning. You don't need auto-tune in metal, people. Maybe like a phaser, micro phaser maybe? Just to give it a little bit of crushed sound. Mind, we wanna touch the sky. That's a bit different. We want to touch the sky, 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 before we take your mind, mind, mind. intensity in there.
Die before we change your mind.
Oh yeah, reverse reverb on the beat track would sound amazing, wouldn't it? Do I have the time to do it? If we have the time and the demand at the end, I think you're right, Mark. I think like the a reverse reverb on that. Because it's already got like that, so yeah, we could like bring it back in and reverse it. Ooh, can we just reverse? What if we just reverse the sound? What's that going to sound like? That's kind of cool. You know what we should do is through the chorus, we should bring that back in, but in reverse. So let's just try this experimentation time. Where's the what if we die bit? I think that's down here, isn't it? Yeah. So we'll paste it back in here. Because if we just bring it in like it is. But let's just reverse it and see if this is going to do something funky. And then we'll loop it out. Maybe not that much of it. Splitsville, baby. Deleted. Alright, let's see.
Why don't we die before we change your mind? Die before we change your mind.
It's not bad, is it? I mean, it's not exactly what I'd put in there, really. But this is the sort of fun things that you can do experimenting around. All right, so I'm going to leave that one there on that track and then bring this one up here because we'll need it a bit louder here, and I'll just bury that in the mix a little bit just to make it sound kind of cool. So. This guitar needs to be louder and these need to come down a bit. Cut some low EQ off it and lower the level of that. Yeah, I should definitely do that. I may run out of time. We've got 1 minute. Oh man, this is where I need to like just hand this over to you folks to play with.
Oh yeah. Ready to rock. What if we die before we change your mind? We wanna touch the sky. Before we change your mind.
I don't mind the whole like thing at the end. And then kicks off the distortion pedal. So look, that was copious amounts of fun and exploring avenues that I haven't been down in a really long time. Let's just give it a name. It's going to be GBW Metal. And the cool thing is we got these little ideas. So if you missed last week's punk song, I've completely forgotten what this song sounded like. But we made this one last week that was like this. And that was made all within like an hour as well. So, yeah. And then this week we went a little bit more metal. So all that is left to do is to throw this surprise at you there, which is what is our genre for next week. I'm going to take suggestions here. So you've got a couple of minutes to just throw them. While I say my goodbyes, throw your suggestions in here. This is the benefit of being live. You get to feed directly in. I'm going to literally put the new the new genre request poll up here right now. So we're going to get a text poll here, and we're going to ask you for what it should be. Hello, Murillo Studios. New Wave. Oh, we've got New Wave and Industrial. So they are going to be our two first ones. New Wave could be interesting, wouldn't it? Emo Goth. All right, got to be quick here. New Wave, Industrial, Emo Goth. That could be cool. Industrial, Emo Goth. What else have we got? Let's keep them coming in here while I get this one in. What genre of music should I create on next week's GarageBand Weekly live show? Question mark. So we've got synthwave, industrial, new wave, or synthwave. What we'll do is we'll put. Is new wave and synthwave, is there enough difference between them? We've got jazz. I like jazz. Let's get jazzed. Rockabilly is there, or classical. I don't even know what that is, so I can't do that. Sorry, Cam, I don't know what. Opera. All right, all scars. Scar's got a couple in there as well. So jazz, and I think we're going to go ska, because they could be some interesting options. So the options that I've decided to throw in there that seem to have a lot of votes for them. So is it going to be new wave? What we'll do, we'll put synth/new wave, because the kind of in the ballpark. So we're going to get our synth on. Do I have to crack out the MIDI keyboard, or are we going to do some industrial that was on the list last week, but we're going to put it on again this week? Emo goth type music could be interesting. Some jazz, yeah, get those brush kits going on, or some ska. What is it going to be? Well, you folks can vote, because you're here live, and if you're watching on the replay, you can go ahead and vote right now. Just go over to the community tab that is posted. It is going out live right now, and we will vote it in: new wave or synthwave, industrial, emo, goth, jazz, or ska. And again, industrial, it only came 4th out of 5 last week, so we'll see how it goes here this week. But those are some interesting genres, and we'll see. This was definitely a test for GarageBand, because GarageBand has a couple of metal amp kind of things, but I had to cheat a little bit, and I wanted to crack out that DS1 because it was growing dust in there in the cupboard, and it needed to get stomped on. Because what good is a stomp box if you don't stomp on it? It would be interesting. Oh, mate, I love me. I'm a huge Placebo fan, and I like a bit of Muse, and I didn't mind a bit of the goth rock stuff back in the 90s. We used to call it. This is very non-politically correct, but we used to call it wrist-slittingly good music, which it is what it is. I'm sorry. I know. Apologies if that's really inappropriate, but it was the 90s. We were really inappropriate in the 90s, so that could be fun. But we'll see. We'll see what comes in there. I'll send a link here, right here in the chat now, to my community tab. You can go there and vote on it right now. Christmas song. Yeah, I wrote a Christmas song last year called I Don't Want an NFT for Christmas. And it was pretty funny, because it was when NFTs and crypto and all these things were really booming, and everyone was all over the crypto stuff. And then it kind of crashed and burnt. And I'm like, don't want to say I told you so, but I kind of told you so. So yeah, that's why you didn't see and won't see an NFT come out of me. There you go. There's another song. Oh no, ska is ahead. People want me to do my ska dance. Skillip up, skillip up, skillip up, skillip up, skillip up. Because we got ska going. Ska and jazz. Should be interesting. We will see how we go. Yes, rock the vote. Do the thing. Do the thing. Thank you everyone for being here. Let's say our farewells. Thank you, Murillo Studios. Thank you, Mark Bro. Gary Hubbs, you did miss the medal. We'll go out with the medal song that I created, Gary. It's not Gary Hubbs level, but for 1 hour and no talent, I think we did okay. Thank you, the Mix Club, for being here. Thank you, Psycho7, for dropping on by. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Cam. Deep Gravity, Still Illa. Psychobilly or Rockabilly? Yeah, we'll have to try that again next week. Thank you, Cold Acre, for dropping on in as well. Our wonderful moderator, Tomasz Christ. And thank you, Dan Ekberg, and everyone else for being here and having some fun. So we created a bit of an idea here, and let's say farewell. Actually, is Rockin' Ronnie Ward live here today? Let's check it out, because he does good work. Ron Ward, yeah man, groovy. So he must be live soon, is he? Let's find out. Ron Ward. Rockin' Ronnie Ward is 11:30, so you got yourself an hour. Grab yourself a coffee or a beer or whatever you choose, but drop on over for Rockin' Ronnie Ward. Ron rocks out. Oh, hang on, so Sebi Your Tracks plus Ron rocks out. Has anyone else noticed? If you haven't checked out Ron Ward, go check it out. And now I'm going to tease him. Has you noticed that Ron is slowly incorporating more Ron music? I tuned in last week and it was Ron there with his guitar like jamming out, and I'm like, go for it, Ron. We love your work. Love Rockin' Ronnie Ward. I'll drop a link here. There it is. I'll throw this here in the chat. If you're here live, get yourself over there to Rockin' Ronnie Ward. Do yourself a favour, as our mate Molly Meldrum would say, and go check out Rockin' Ronnie Ward. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out here today. I get myself a couple days off now, but we'll be back in a couple of days with a big weekend of live stuff, and we got some pre-records, we got some actual tutorials, shock horror, some videos that are less than an hour long, so they'll be coming your way in the next couple of days, folks. But thanks everyone for being here, and let's go out with a little. This song needs a name. Throw some names in the chat as we play out with my little metal diddly here on GarageBand Weekly. Bye for now. Oh yeah. Ready to rock.
What if we die?
I like Please Die. What if
We wanna touch the sky.
Die.
Die before we change your mind.
Jungle.